Before I start, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about this story. I still remember the text that started it all. It was from her. "Can we meet tonight? There's something you should know." My stomach dropped. Something I should know? I thought we were happy, or at least I had convinced myself we were. But that message, casual and almost innocent in tone, felt like a warning I couldn't ignore. For weeks before that, I'd felt the smallest tremors, the kind you barely notice until ground shifts beneath you. Missed calls that she brushed off with sorry. Busy day at work, a phone that suddenly required a passcode she hadn't needed before, and that distracted gaze she couldn't hide when I walked into the room. I tried to convince myself it was nothing. Maybe I was overreacting. Maybe I was just tired and imagining things. But then there were the little inconsistencies that gnawed at me. A lipstick stain on her collar that wasn't mine. Her laughter at messages I wasn't meant to hear. And the way her phone would flip face down on the table the second I came near. I kept replaying our life together, questioning every word, every smile. Maybe I was paranoid. Maybe I was blind. But deep down, a cold knot of suspicion had begun to grow, tightening with each passing day. That night, we met at a cafe near the park where we had our first date. I arrived early, nervously checking my phone for her arrival. Then I saw her, walking toward the table, but not alone. He was there too, and the way she looked at him, with that smile that used to be mine, felt like someone had punched a hole straight through my chest. I froze. I couldn't breathe. For a moment, I thought maybe it wasn't real. Maybe my mind was playing tricks on me. But then she reached for his hand, laughing at something he said, leaning closer than she ever did with me. That's when it hit me. She had chosen him, right there in front of me. I didn't say a word. I couldn't. My hands gripped the edge of the table until my knuckles turned white. My heart pounded so loudly I thought they must hear it. Every memory of us, every plan we made, every late-night talk, suddenly felt like a lie I had swallowed whole. And yet, despite the betrayal screaming at me, a strange calm settled over me. I realized something I hadn't admitted to myself until that moment. I deserved more than this humiliation. I got up, placed some money on the table, and walked out. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. Her shocked expression, the sudden tension between her and him, was punishment enough. I could have yelled. I could have begged. I could have demanded answers. But none of it would have brought back the trust that was already gone. Later, at home, the silence was deafening. I scrolled through our messages, retracing every conversation, every I love you, every goodnight kiss. And there it was, hidden in plain sight. Flirtatious texts, secret meetings, excuses that didn't add up. The betrayal wasn't some dramatic, accidental slip. It was deliberate, calculated. And I had lived in its shadow, blind to the truth because I wanted to believe in us. Sleep didn't come that night. I kept replaying her laugh, the way her eyes sparkled when she looked at him, and I realized something even deeper. I loved her once, yes, but I couldn't love her now. Not like that. Love couldn't survive this kind of deception. What remained was grief, sharp and hollow, and an awareness that walking away wasn't weakness. It was survival. Days turned into weeks. Friends asked how I was coping, and I lied, smiled, nodded. But inside, I was slowly reclaiming myself. I started running again, returning to hobbies I had abandoned, reconnecting with people I had neglected. Each small step felt like proof that life would go on, even if it felt like my world had shattered. Sometimes I think about her, about the life we could have had, but I don't dwell. I remember the cafe, the choice she made, and the quiet dignity of my own exit. That memory, painful as it is, has become a touchstone, a reminder that I can survive betrayal without losing myself. And the lessons? They cut deep. Never ignore your instincts. Don't make excuses for someone else's choices. And above all, know your worth, because no one else will if you don't. I walked away that day without a word, but in that silence, I found my voice. I found the strength I thought I had lost. And though the heartbreak lingers like an echo in my chest, I can finally breathe again. If you've ever been betrayed like this, or had to make the impossible choice between love and self-respect? Share your story in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts, your heartbreak, your victories. And don't forget to subscribe. There are more stories like this coming, stories that remind us that even in betrayal, we can find our strength.